My wife claimed, "I don't see you as a man anymore, more like a provider." During our anniversary dinner, I replied, "That's fair." Then I stopped providing, canceled her credit cards, car insurance, and gym membership. 72 hours later, she was stranded. Original post. I, 38 male, have been married for 7 years, and I'm still processing what just went down. My wife, 35, works part-time as a yoga instructor, pulls in maybe $20K a year. I'm in software sales, make around $140K. We've always had this arrangement where I handle most of the finances, the house, cars, her credit cards, insurance, pretty much everything. She focused on building her wellness brand, which mostly meant expensive retreats and certification programs I funded. For the past year or so, things fell off. She'd make little comments about how I wasn't spiritual enough or didn't understand her journey. Started spending more time at the studio, going to networking events, weekend workshops. I figured she was just passionate about her work. Supported it. Paid for everything. Last week was our 7-year anniversary. She picked this upscale Italian place, kept checking her phone throughout dinner. I tried talking about maybe taking a trip together. She barely responded. Then halfway through the meal, she put her phone down and hit me with it. "I need to be real with you about something. I don't really see you as a man anymore. You're more like a provider. Like, you handle the practical stuff, make sure bills get paid, but that's kind of your role. My therapist says I need to be honest about my feelings." I just sat there. A provider. Yeah, and that's okay. Not every marriage needs passion or whatever. Some are just partnerships. Different roles. You provide stability, and I bring the emotional and spiritual depth. It works, does it? She actually shrugged. I mean, it has been working. I just wanted you to know where my head's at. Communication is important. I set my fork down. Looked at this woman I'd been supporting for 7 years, who just told me I wasn't a man to her with complete casual honesty. "That's fair," I said. She looked surprised. "Really? You're not upset?" "No, I appreciate the honesty. You're right. If I'm just a provider, we should probably structure things accordingly." "What do you mean?" "I mean, if this is a business arrangement instead of marriage, we should treat it like one." She looked confused, but also relieved, like she'd expected a fight. "Okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually." We finished dinner in silence. She went back to her phone. I paid like always. Drove home, went to bed. She fell asleep immediately. I didn't sleep at all. By morning, I knew exactly what I was doing. She left early for a sunrise yoga class. The second she was gone, I got to work. 3 credit cards, all authorized user cards on my accounts. I removed her from every single one. They'd stopped working by end of day. Car insurance. She was on my policy as an additional driver. Called the company, told them we were separated and I needed her removed. Done in 10 minutes. That boutique wellness gym she went to, the one charging me $180 a month. I couldn't cancel her membership directly, but I could stop payment. Updated the card on file to an old closed account number. Her phone was still on my plan, but I left that. Didn't want to be that petty. The whole thing took maybe an hour. Then I sent her a text. Made some adjustments to our arrangement based on our conversation last night. "We should probably talk soon." She replied, "Okay, sound good." Stuck at the studio until late. I went about my day. Worked. Made dinner. She came home around 9, barely acknowledged me. Reheated something, scrolled through her phone, went to bed. Next day was when everything started exploding. Update 1. The afternoon after I made the changes, my phone started going crazy. But not from my wife, from her best friend. "What did you do?" "She's having a complete breakdown." We had a conversation. Made some adjustments. "You cut her off. Her cards don't work. Do you know how humiliating that is?" "Then my cards. She was an authorized user, not an owner." "That's abuse. Financial abuse." "Actually, it's me stopping subsidizing an adult who told me I'm not her partner, just her ATM." "She didn't say that." "Close enough. Look, if she wants to act single, she can fund herself like she's single." She hung up on me. An hour later, my wife came storming through the door, face bright red. My card declined. At the grocery store. In front of everyone. "Which card?" "All of them. Every single one." "What did you do?" I stayed calm. Adjusted our arrangement. "You said I'm a provider, not a partner. Providers get paid for services. Partners share resources. So pick one." "That's not what I meant." What did you mean? I meant we're not romantic anymore. But we're still married. You can't just stop supporting me. Why not? You don't see me as your husband, just someone who pays for things. So I'm not acting like your husband anymore. I can't afford to live on what I make. That sounds like a you problem. Get a real job. Work full-time. Figure it out, like every other adult. Her mouth opened and closed. This is insane. You're punishing me for being honest. No, I'm respecting your honesty. You redefined our relationship. I'm adapting. Where am I supposed to get groceries? Gas. How do I pay for anything? With money you earn. Novel concept. She grabbed her phone. I'm calling my sister. This is abusive. Go ahead. She locked herself in the bedroom. I could hear her voice getting louder, words like trapped and controlling and narcissist filtering through. My buddy from college texted asking if I was okay. I gave him the basics. His response, holy shit, dude. That's brutal. But I get it. Felt good having someone understand. Next morning, I woke up to find garbage bags full of her stuff by the front door. I'm staying with my sister. This is toxic. All right, that's IT. That's all you're going to say. What do you want me to say? That you'll fix this. That you'll stop being petty and put everything back. This isn't petty. This is me taking you at your word. You said I'm a provider. I'm done providing. I want a divorce. Okay, hire a lawyer. She looked like I'd punched her. You're not going to fight for us? There is no us. You said so yourself. There's a transaction. Transactions end. Her sister pulled up then, came and giving me death glares. Started loading bags while my wife stood there staring at me. You're really doing this. You really told me I'm not a man to you. Yeah, I'm really doing this. They left. The house felt different. Lighter, somehow. The weekend was quiet. Too quiet. I half expected her to come back. Nothing. Monday morning, unknown number. Left a voicemail. Some lawyer saying he represented my wife and we needed to discuss the immediate financial situation. I called my own lawyer instead. Guy I'd worked with on some contract stuff, did family law too. Told him everything. He was quiet. Then, so she told you you're just a provider and you removed her from your personal accounts? Yep. Her lawyer's going to scream financial abuse, but he won't have much ground. You're separated. She has income. You didn't actually prevent her from accessing marital assets. That's what I figured. Don't talk to her lawyer. Give them my info. Document everything. Already am. Good. This is going to get nasty. He had no idea how right he was. Update 2. Her lawyer sent a demand letter claiming I was withholding marital resources and demanding I restore her credit access immediately. My lawyer responded pointing out those were my personal accounts, not marital property, and she'd voluntarily left. That's when things got really interesting. Her mom called me. I shouldn't have answered. How dare you abandon my daughter? She left. I didn't abandon anyone. After you abused her, cut her off with no warning. I gave her exactly what she asked for. She said I'm not her husband, just a provider. So I stopped providing. She was being honest about her feelings. Marriage is hard. You don't just give up. She gave up first. You're the man. You're supposed to support your wife. Support someone who doesn't see me as a man? Interesting logic. You're selfish. She's struggling. She's 35 with a job and a support system. She'll survive. Everyone is going to know what you did. Go ahead and tell them. She hung up. I wasn't worried. But then things got creative. My wife's sister started a group chat with mutual friends. My buddy screenshot it before getting kicked out. The story being spread. I suddenly and without warning cut her off financially, trapped her, was financially abusing her. Conveniently left out what she'd said to me. Several friends reached out privately. I showed them screenshots of texts where she'd said similar things before. Turned out she'd been telling people for months that I was just security and she wasn't in love anymore. They were pissed on my behalf. Then came Tuesday. I got a call from my bank's fraud department. Sir, we have some unusual activity we need to verify. My stomach dropped. What kind of activity? Someone attempted to add themselves as a joint owner on your checking account. The request was flagged because it came from an IP address different from your usual locations. I didn't authorize that. We suspected as much. The request has been denied, and we've added additional security measures. I knew exactly who tried it. Call my lawyer immediately. She attempted to add herself to your bank account. Yep, that's actually illegal. She doesn't have authorization to access your accounts that way. Should I file a police report? Document it. Keep the bank's fraud alert. But if she tries anything else, yes. That night, my wife showed up at the house. Unannounced. We need to talk. I let her in, but kept my distance. She sat on the couch. I stayed standing. This has gone too far. Has it? My lawyer says you're being unreasonable. I can't live like this. Your lawyer's job is to advocate for you. Mine says I'm being completely reasonable. Do you know how much car insurance costs when you're by yourself? Almost $400 a month. That seems high. Shop around. I don't have $400 a month. Between rent at my sister's and my own bills, I'm broke. Get a second job. I can't work more than I do. I teach 6 classes a week already. 6 classes at 20 hours total. Plenty of time for a second job. Her face went red. Why are you being so cruel? I'm being logical. You told me what I am to you. I'm respecting that. I didn't mean you should stop supporting me. Then what did you mean? I mean, we don't have romance anymore. But we're still partners. You don't just stop taking care of your partner. Partners contribute equally. What are you contributing? Silence. That's what I thought. She started crying. The messy kind. I can't believe you're doing this. After 7 years. I can't believe you told me I'm not a man to you. After 7 years. I didn't think you'd just give up. I'm not giving up. I'm accepting reality. You don't want a husband. You want a sponsor. I'm done being that. What if I said I was wrong? Are you saying you were wrong? Or are you saying you miss having your bills paid? She didn't answer. That was answer enough. I think we both know this marriage is over, I said. Let's not drag it out. Fine. Fine. But I can't afford a divorce lawyer. That's between you and your lawyer. She grabbed more of her stuff and left. Didn't say goodbye. I thought that was the end of the drama. I was wrong. Thursday, I got called into my boss's office. My heart sank. We received a complaint about you. What kind of complaint? Anonymous. Claims you've been distracted at work, taking personal calls, letting your home life affect your performance. My blood went cold. That's not true. I know. Your numbers are great. You've closed 3 major deals this quarter. But I needed to address it officially. Who complained? It was anonymous through the HR portal. But between us, sounded like someone who knows just enough about you to seem credible, but not enough to have actual evidence. My wife. Had to be. My personal life is going through some stuff right now, but it hasn't affected my work at all. I can see that. Just want to give you a heads up. If anything else comes through, I'll handle it. Thanks. I called my lawyer immediately. He added it to the file. Friday, my car wouldn't start. Battery was completely dead. Called AAA. They jumped it. The mechanic looked confused. This is weird. Your battery's only a year old, and it's completely drained. Like someone left your lights on for days. I didn't. Someone have access to your car? I thought about the spare key my wife had. The one I'd never asked for back. Got the locks changed on my car that afternoon. Another thing for the lawyer to document. That weekend, her dad called. This surprised me. He usually stayed out of drama. I need you to explain something. I told him everything. The dinner, the exact words, my response, all of it. Long silence. Then, that was a stupid thing for her to say. Yeah, and you're right to be done. I appreciate that. Did you try to add yourself to her bank account? What? No. Why? She's telling people you try to steal from her. That you attempted to access her accounts. The projection was almost impressive. She's the one who tried to add herself to mine. The bank caught it and flagged it as fraud. Jesus Christ. He sighed heavily. Her mother spoiled her. I tried to teach her about money, about work. It didn't stick. Not your fault. Maybe not. But I'm sorry you're dealing with this. You deserved better. Thanks. If you need me to testify about her character in court, let me know. That meant more than he probably knew. Final update. It's been 6 weeks since the anniversary dinner. Time to close this out. The divorce is almost final. My wife wanted full spousal support based on maintaining the lifestyle I provided during marriage. My lawyer countered with evidence of every expensive retreat, workshop, and certification program I'd funded, thousands and thousands of dollars for her wellness journey. Her lawyer tried, claiming she couldn't work full-time due to stress and emotional trauma from my abuse. My lawyer pulled her social media where she was posting about teaching classes, going to events, looking completely fine. The judge wasn't impressed. We settled. I'm paying limited spousal support for 18 months at a reduced amount. She got a small portion of savings. It's not what she wanted, but it's fair. The house stuff got messy before it got better. She tried to claim half ownership of my car because she'd been making payments. My lawyer pointed out she'd never made a single payment. I paid for the car outright, and she occasionally put gas in it. She tried to claim I owed her for unpaid domestic labor during our marriage. Her own lawyer looked embarrassed bringing that one up. The attempted bank account access got documented, but I didn't press charges. My lawyer said it would just drag things out, but it killed any sympathy the judge might have had for her. Her mom sent me a 4-page letter about what a terrible person I am. I didn't read past the first paragraph. Threw it away. Her sister tried to get my landlord to kick me out by filing noise complaints. My landlord knows me, knows I'm quiet. The complaints went nowhere. She tried one last manipulation about a month in. Showed up crying, saying she'd made a mistake. She missed me. She wanted to work on things. Do you actually miss me? Or do you miss your bills being paid? That's not fair. Answer the question. She couldn't. She left. The friend situation sorted itself out. The ones who knew me reached out. The ones who blindly took her side? Good riddance. Found out who actually cared about truth versus drama. My wife moved in with another yoga instructor. They're apparently starting an online wellness coaching business. I get 4 months. Financial side, I'm doing great. Turns out when you're not funding someone else's entire lifestyle, you save a shocking amount of money. Put a down payment on a small house. Bought myself a nice guitar I'd been eyeing for years. Started going to a normal gym instead of paying for her boutique place. It's a third of the cost, and I actually like it more. Reconnected with old friends. Picked up hobbies I'd let slide. The house is quiet, but it's my quiet. Am I sad sometimes? Yeah, 7 years is a long time. But mostly I'm relieved. And honestly, a little embarrassed it took me that long to see what was happening. Someone asked if I'd date again. Maybe eventually. Not rushing it. Need to remember who I am as just me, not somebody's provider. The divorce should be fully finalized next week. Then this chapter closes for good. To anyone reading this in a similar spot, if someone tells you what you are to them, believe them the first time. Don't wait around hoping they'll see you differently. And keep at least some of your finances separate, even in marriage. Would have made this whole thing significantly easier. That's the story. My marriage ended because my wife told me I wasn't a man to her, just a provider. So I stopped being either. Turns out she wanted me to be both, but only on her terms, with her doing nothing. No dramatic revenge. No grand scheme. Just logical consequences. She wanted a provider without the relationship. I gave her the relationship without the providing. Perfect symmetry. Life's too short to be someone's ATM with feelings.